if you do Taekwondo or karate and you want to be able to apply your techniques in combat sports such as kickboxing or mixed martial arts, then this video is for you. Now, if you guys don't know my story, I studied Taekwondo. I started when I was 5 years old, all the way up until I was 18. I became a 4th degree black belt in WTF style Taekwondo. The acronym is not what you think it means. It means World Taekwondo Federation, for those that know. And I did that for a very long time, and I very much enjoyed it. And I competed in Taekwondo, and I decided when I was around 18, 19 years old, I decided, you know what, I want to try mixed martial arts. I want to try boxing. I want to try kickboxing, and perhaps MMA at some point. Because I discovered people like Andy Hug. I was discovering that, people like Stephen Thompson, I was looking up all these guys who had karate or Taekwondo backgrounds, and I thought, okay, maybe everything that I learned in Taekwondo can actually be effective, right? But what happened is that I started with a boxing gym, and obviously the boxing, there's no kicks, but I just got my butt whooped over and over and over, and I was just like, nothing could save me. And I told myself, my ego was kind of big at the time, and I thought, okay, well, maybe this is just because, I'm not allowed to kick, maybe if I did something like Muay Thai, I would do a better job. So then I started doing Muay Thai, and I kept on getting leg kicked. I kept on getting overwhelmed to strikes and, punches and kicks. I didn't know how to deal with it because a lot of the Taekwondo that I learned was very much, I wouldn't say point-based, because at least I was fortunate to be in a school where we didn't try to go for points. We try to actually connect with the hogu, which is the chest protector. And that was the way we trained. We didn't train just to touch each other, like this little foot tag thing that we see in Taekwondo. And even then, there is some benefit to that. I'm not saying that it's the greatest, but there's some merit to that. I do know that there's a saying that if you are going against a karate point fighter who's figured out their timing, figured out their distance, and they happen to transition to MMA, they're going to be really quick at hitting you first, right? They may not hit you the hardest, but they'll hit you first, right? And that's a saying that I've heard said before. So I started to do Muay Thai, and I was starting to get frustrated with myself, because I was like, well, it feels like Taekwondo doesn't work, right? And I started kind of poo-pooing on it and started to think okay, this martial arts trash. I started to say things like that until I started to really develop Muay Thai. I spent about 6-7 years really working on my Muay Thai, my boxing. And then, I started to see more openings for Taekwondo to work. Now, I do think this, if you are someone that is doing Taekwondo or karate currently, and you want to, train mixed martial arts, you want to train combat sports, I got to tell you this, go to a gym with an open mind and be willing to unlearn things that you've learned, okay? That was a big struggle for me, and I think a lot of it's part of it's the ego, honestly, where if a coach is telling you to do something and you feel like, well, I've been always taught this way, therefore I'm not going to change, you're not going to really get better, and you're not going to be able to apply your Taekwondo techniques. So I'll give you a really easy example. In Taekwondo, we are taught to kick with the instep of the foot, right? You kick with the instep, but in Muay Thai, you use your shin, right? And in Muay Thai, you don't snap your leg, you extend it, you crush the bag, right? So it's not like a whipping sensation, it's more like a sledgehammer, right? And there's merit to both, right? Both work, but when you are trying to learn how to defeat another style, quote unquote, defeat another style, all right, I say it loosely, you have to know what they do, right? And the only way you do that is by actually, putting on the short shorts, right? And I know some guys are uncomfortable with that. I get it. Putting on the short shorts, going to Muay Thai, doing the Muay Thai exercises, doing the beginner class, going through the repetitions, because what's going to happen is that your dexterity and your hip dexterity from Taekwondo, from karate, especially if you did it for a long time, is going to help you greatly. And you're going to start adapting, and then you're going to start to see openings for applying your side kicks, your back kicks, your spinning hook kicks, right? And this is something I tell people all the time, even in my own school, right? I teach Taekwondo, but I teach Taekwondo kickboxing. So what I'm doing is I'm teaching Muay Thai and boxing first, and then once my students get to a certain point, then I start showing them, the fancy stuff. I start showing them the scissor kicks, the turning kicks, the spinning hook kicks, the back kicks, right? And I just find that it's actually more effective because they have a better foundation, right? So my recommendation for you is try to find a gym that incorporates all of those elements. Now, if you unfortunately are not in that position where you can't find a gym that can do that, I do offer online coaching. So if you guys are interested in booking a coaching call with me, you just click the link down below. I've helped guys who have had MMA backgrounds, some fighters. I have some experience with that. So even if you're just a hobbyist, maybe you just have really tight hips and you want to find ways to open it up and you need someone to keep you accountable, then we'll see if coaching is the right fit for you. So hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Vivo Cristo Rey. See you later.